Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Mariano, and I am your engineering teacher here at Chatham High School. I have been teaching at the Chatham High School for around 12, 13 years now, and I teach a variety of courses that I'm going to walk through with you here. This little presentation is going to take you through what your students will get taking each of these classes. I just want to show you the progression that you see right here. Currently, your son or daughter is enrolled in the Introduction to Design and Innovation class. And this class is going to be a class that students get a chance to utilize power tools with topics such as bridge building and forming some structures that we test. Let's just go ahead and see if this will show you. We have this made out of just some simple tongue depressors and dowels, and then we get a chance to see how much it holds. Those are all weights there. Believe it or not, I believe that bridge held around 220 pounds. Pretty impressive. That's bridge building. That will take a little bit of time out of the year, and then we go over to some other fabrication activities using some computer-aided design software from Autodesk. And this is great because it prepares your student for the next few classes that they are going to have an option to take. We have Fusion 360 and AutoCAD as two basic software programs. One is 3D and one is 2D. And these software programs do have a chance for them to develop an idea, see it through, and even test it. This is a CO2 car, the good old classic CO2 car. Those guys do get a chance to test down the hallways and probably get up to around 30 miles an hour. It's a lot of fun to see that come to fruition. After Introduction to Design and Innovation, students can enroll in 3D engineering and design or architectural design. Both of these classes will offer a student a more in-depth study into these topics. The 3D engineering one will engage students in the old school methods of engineering. So we do need to stress how important it is to know how to use the drafting supplies like T-squares and triangles, and it's great for soon-to-be architects, interior designers, and engineers. Some of the new stuff that they will be using is animation software like 3D Studio Max, and we will revisit Autodesk Fusion and AutoCAD. By the way, all of this software is free for them to use. And in 3D engineering, we'll also have a chance to use some 3D printing techniques, advanced manufacturing techniques such as laser cutters to fabricate ideas that we develop in AutoCAD and 360. Here is a quick animation. And this was done in a program called 3D Engineering. This is done in a program called 3D Studio Max. And it gets students to be aware of how to do cameras, lights, materials, movement, all with parts that they fabricated on their own. Each one of these parts was designed by a student and then assembled into complex assemblies that we further, animated to show how they come together. This is another quick one, but I think to cut down on time, I will skip it. Now, in architectural design, we have a lot of content that deals with hands-on modeling. And one of the favorites is a treehouse model. Students are going to be designing a mass model that represents around 1,600 square feet at quarter inch equals a foot, all done on a couple of twigs that they'll probably cut down from your front lawn. Not my fault. And fabricate it first in a 3D design software program called SketchUp. And in addition to that, we'll talk about using some other architectural modeling materials like modeling board and CAD software like SketchUp there. Our foam core model is a big challenge for students to develop a 3/8 of an inch equals a foot scale model of 900 square feet. And it usually turns out on average to be a one bedroom. But all of this is all fabricated by some of the materials we have in class, and it is first designed on software called Revit. And what we see right here is another Autodesk package software that is all free Unfortunately, this one only works on PCs. So, if you want to start using this software at home, I do suggest starting to get a PC is the right way. It doesn't work on Macs. And let's continue further. So now you saw that once you pass Introduction to Design and Innovation, you can either take 3D engineering and or architectural design. We also have the option after both of those classes to take a further studied independent study class called Design Studio. Okay. Now, this Design Studio class is also affiliated with Fairleigh Dickinson University for 3 credits that are transferable to any university or any university that they enroll in that accepts, I guess, a few credits from other colleges. This will get them a head start on their college. What we do see here is the opportunity for a student to explore independent, individual solo projects in architecture. And you see here some people were designing the entire home, or they were making, what was this? This was a fabrication of a model, of a scaled model for a park. Some of the engineering examples are that of students developing harnesses and kind of seeing how they fit. Some students were designing cell phone cases that were easily handled by the elderly, and trying to make it a universal grip. We also had other ones. I'm not really sure. I can't remember what this one was for, but it was a locking mechanism. So therefore, what you want to kind of line up here is thinking about how we're going from introductory to learning core content to further getting into an independent study class. I think that is a great overview of what we have to offer electives-wise that I teach. Some of the courses that I do not teach that are also affiliated with some of these would be the robotics classes, and I do highly suggest checking those out. Okay, so at this time, thank you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. It was all nice meeting you. Now you know my face. I would love to see you guys in person soon. Thank you.